Legion will be commentating the games of the NA Grand Finals between Pincer and Pramo, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. And we're looking at some very exciting matches here. Starting off with Dynasty Pearl. Stan, are you here?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think of the team's lineups?
Oh dear. Didn't check that quick. Lots of Russian heavies as expected. Quite interesting. E3 M60. I haven't seen it much on this map, but like quite. They could be used for sure.
Yeah, seems like the E3 could and M6. Well, the M60 will probably be used outside to spot C, and the E3 could be used to hold a choke point, possibly either in the city or either one of the hills outside. And then, yeah, the Russian heavies just going.
They are going opposite ways. I think. Yeah, they're going outside. So those I7s that are going inside need to watch out that they don't get overrun. But hopefully PNCR will notice this and pull either back or push with their other flank.
Yeah, it seems like PNCR are going to get the cap advantage. Oh no, might not. It's very close. But yeah, Pramo might actually get the cap advantage here because they have several tanks capping A compared to only one M60 capping C here. So
yes,
Pramo just probably going to hold in the city now and try to dig in and prevent Pincer from capping B. Whereas
they
Pincer
lost quite a bit of HP. Well, quite a bit. A
couple
few
of shots. Yeah, and the Mouse is taking further hits now at B. He's in an exposed position, especially if the two I7s from Pincer, TJF Blue and Dogadin, come from the side and get some shots in. But I think they should be covered from Pramo Spammer and the Batchat from Pramo.
Yeah. They might just start spamming HG. Oh, he's backing off. Right thing to do.
Yeah, I think as long as Pramo can prevent Pincer from either capping B or getting a tank for free on like one of their rotations, they should be okay.
Yeah.
But the cap is still really cool.
Yeah, what we see now is just a basic hold. The only thing that can ruin their hold is that they don't have enough vision to spot the whole of the PNCR team. So they can just buckle up on one side and do an immense push, and the guys on the other flank are not quick enough to help their team, which I think they are slowly doing.
Yeah, seems like Pincer are like gathering more towards, I think more towards Pramo spawn, but Pramo are like they've backed off from that side, so they might know a push is coming, and this Pincer don't have anything.
Pramo is pushing themselves. It's quite tricky because it's only like a 5. Like it's not a lot. Like they can just wait until the last minute and kill one tank, and then it's like
yeah, it's
over.
certainly not a safe lead for sure. Yeah.
So let's see. E3 will poke the middle, which will be really annoying for some of their tanks. And the rest of Pramo is. We're going to see a big fight.
It seems like it'll be taking place in Pramo spawn.
PNCR? Not PNCR spawn.
Yeah, Pramo are sending 2 tanks, well, 3 tanks into B, but the M60 is going to come behind them, and this could go either way, really. The E3 was going to have to hold well to be able to hold off the 3 tanks in B. M60 now putting in shots into the Mouse, who's probably going to go down. No,
they just got a focus fire.
Yeah, now Pincer's just counter pushing Pramo Spammer, but the Batchat and 268 from Pramo are coming in, and it's turning into one big brawl here. 3 tanks from Pramo at B just pushing in.
They do have the DPM advantage, but let's see if it's enough.
Seems like Pincer just focusing out tanks one by one, and they do have a significant HP lead now. It looks like it's going to go for them. 268 now getting focused out.
Well, it's still too close to call, my opinion. If they play it well enough, they still have a chance.
Yeah, I think Pramo still has a chance, but...
No, not anymore. The M60 will just DPM them.
The cap lead is also
and they have 2 caps.
Yeah, 2 caps. I don't think it's going to happen for Pramo anymore.
Well, 2 caps for Pramo, so in a way it could happen.
Oh yeah, actually, sorry. Yeah, it is for Pramo, not for Pins.
So if this
If they
Ice
kill
4
the Ice 4.
survives, wow.
Wait,
If they
yeah.
don't kill, oh
Oh
yeah,
no, they have killed one. Oh, they're out of time almost. I think that he might actually win this for them.
yeah. Oh, nice tracking shot.
Yeah, the
Oof.
Pramo have won this game.
Yeah.
That was a nice turnaround there by them.
I guess the three heavies that were in the middle, like the two Ice Force behind, their back was like quite open, so they just pushed with the two Ice Force and the mouse on the E3. They killed him, proceed to cap B, and then they just went into the back, and that two cap lead was really essential in this fight. That's
Yeah,
one way of winning. Like, what is a good way when starting a brawl is having two caps, because that makes sure like it just counts up, and it doesn't matter if you die at the end if you have 1,000 cap points, supremacy
yeah.
points. Sorry.
Certainly played in Pramo's favor that they left the engagement quite late, because if the fight started maybe half a minute earlier, Pincer probably could have won that because they could have killed the final Ice 4 before the cap ran out. But because they got two caps and it started so late, the cap plays a big factor at that point. Every kill
Yeah,
matters, and if you just delay time while staying alive and having two caps, it can really win you games.
indeed.
Yeah, doesn't
So
seem.
that
Well,
it looks quite the same.
Pramo are taking an extra mouse, I think, and Pincer are changing the E3 and the M60 out for an STB and a mouse, it seems. Similar
Yeah.
lineups, other than that, they're just probably changing around a couple of tanks on their
I think
other stuff.
promo will go in again, and it looks like
Yeah, Pramo
Pincer
certainly
is
looks.
doing like like a both ways kind of thing.
Yeah, similar to what they did last time. But
Yeah.
they might just hold their spawn or push up to Pramo's spawn and try pinch them from one side as they did last time. It almost worked out. I think they did get the trades out, but they just didn't kill the last tank in time and the cap ran out.
Second game, Dynasty Pearl. I think the Batchat will have the same kind of role. I7 is just going to go straight into A, following up by the Mouses, going probably B road, inside, something like that. No, Promo is going out, actually.
Interesting. I think the Master just going to hold off the city.
Yeah.
That's what Pramo seems to be. Yeah, the Master are probably going to go just hold off around B Road, and then Pramo's going to try to get the cap advantage by denying Pincer from capping.
Oh, but
But
they're
they're
a
going to cap
bit
A pretty
late
fast.
with capping. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to get cap advantage if
The
they get.
Batchat waited too long with capping, so
Yeah, who's probably playing it
this is not
safe.
good. Yeah. So let's see how Pramo is going to approach this push. Again, cap lead is not that big, so it's not big of a deal. Like they can even kill one guy and it's fine.
Yeah,
But
as long as neither team gets B, the cap pressure isn't too high.
yeah. So we have two Ice Force in middle, the I7s on the right, and then you have a Patchet and a Mouses
Yeah.
holding off their spawn.
You see the mouse from Pincer there in a very similar position at B to what Pramo had last game. He did take some shots last game, the mouse from Pramo, but this
Okay,
time,
so they're all spotted now.
yeah, Pincer trying to push onto
This is good
that
to
lane,
know
but
for the rest of the guys, though. And if the other side gets spotted as well, which they do, so they basically now know where the whole of the pincer team are. And if Promo is smart, they just push one side now. And I have a feeling they might go for the 268 and the STB.
they still seem to have those two mouses in at the back there,
Yeah.
though. Yeah, I
No,
don't
but
think.
with the I7 and
Yeah,
the batch, sorry,
yeah,
in the batch
they're
chat.
certainly not in a position to do it yet. But if they did a rotation, they could do that for sure. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they're going to spot them crossing. Oh, they are. At least one. Yeah,
Yeah.
both of them.
That gives away enough.
The mouses are pushing as well to the guys inside, so they're not safe.
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah,
Masters are splitting up now.
Pincer really need to get their tanks into the fight.
Yeah. It looks like B Walker's going to be focused out here from Pramo and Nike from Pincer. The Mouse is focused out first, interestingly.
Yeah, it's that's a weird choice, as mouses have just yeah.
A lot of HP basically, and they absorb
Yeah.
shots. Like B Walker's still not dead, and 3 tanks have been focusing in for the last 30 seconds plus. Now,
Yeah.
yet again,
Oh,
Pramo
nice
have cap
focus
B,
on
or
STB.
almost cap B. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think they're going for that B cap again, but haven't managed to cap it yet. The
I don't
HP
know
is about the
why,
same,
but
but
yeah, two
Pramo do have
two
a tank advantage.
pincer. Yeah, no, two pincer tanks are out of the game for too long. This is going to Pramo as well. There's
Yeah,
no way.
TFJ Blue goes out now, and it certainly looks in
Yeah.
favor of Pramo now.
And object doesn't pen his shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
bat
can
check coming in now
fairly
for
say
Pramo.
this is going to. Yeah, I can fairly say this is going to Pramo. Too many guns into the fight.
Yeah, and Pincer have like 2 tanks left on full HP, but no real DPM and
So they
no
were
cap or anything.
basically so split out, and the moment when they like both sides backed off, and the promo guys were just pushing in, then they still had two people in the middle, which were just focused down. Like there was no way of them. Um, yeah, they basically both went for the mouse that was lonely, and
Mm.
Pincer took too many tanks towards it and went too far back, and it just.
Yeah, B Walker was
Yeah.
almost like a perfect bait. Like he rushed in, 3 or 4 tanks
Yeah.
are distracted, and Pramo's just like, all right, we'll just clean up the other side. Like, why not?
Yeah.
It seemed it seemed like a pretty decent plan, to be honest. And Pincer did seem to fall for it by abandoning the tanks they had on the other side and just rushing the mouse.
Well,
It didn't seem to work out.
and even like Premo could have even just went into B with like a few tanks and go on either side and kept B and then backed off again and killed like one or two tanks. It was let me get ready.
Yeah. What do you think of the
So
lineups
now
here on?
Maya ruins.
Yeah, looks like double E4 possibly coming out from Pramo and a 268. A lot of like not too flexible lineups here from Pramo
Yeah.
anyway. The double E4 seems like a very. I think you'd use that to hold the bushes in the city usually to decap either B or just cover A side, and then maybe you could use the. Oh, they're swapping one of the E4s out, so
Mhm.
it'll be E4 and Mouse, I guess, to hold the city, and then the Batcha and Leo going towards, guessing the C base.
I don't. I think they will go A, as it's quite tricky to.
All go out like.
Yeah, I'll go out. It's especially with a mouse.
Yeah, both teams seem to be doing very similar, or seem to have very similar ideas with probably sending a mouse in the city, I'm guessing. The Pincer also have a 268 to probably cover him or cover them back. And then the Batchat probably to cap, I'm guessing C, but they could send him anywhere, to be honest. You could also send the Batchat to A.
Yeah. Maya Ruins is, in my opinion, one of the more fun maps to play Clamoran's on. It has lots of good rotations and possibilities, and
Yeah,
it's
you can certainly
quite
catch out tanks.
unique. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what both teams decided to do. Okay, Betchat going C as expected with a Leo, and the rest of promo is, I think, I7s will go near B, or at least one.
Interestingly,
Okay, so
Pincer's also sending a 268 to C, probably to cover the
yeah,
Batchat and try surprise Pramo. Wonder how that fight will go down if
both
the Leopard
sides are really careful, but the 268 spotted, so I think promo will just back off
Yeah,
because
50B
they
is also in the
think,
middle from
yeah,
Pincer, but the Pramo I seems to be very aggressive here in the
yeah,
middle.
yeah. Promo is like pushing three
Nice.
IS4s or two IS4s and an I7 to just.
Yeah,
They're catching out this one dude. Pincer really need to move through A and do it quickly and stop holding
yeah. That
because
50B is gonna die
yeah,
quite soon if they don't support him and if he doesn't
and
back
they
off.
still
The
haven't
Mass is gonna have
kept
shots.
A.
Yeah, that 50B is dead. Yep, he's just
Yeah,
died. Yeah, this is already looking in favor of Pramo because now Pincer can't even get C
The-
without risking a lot, and they
yeah.
can't really rush A. I mean, they can cap A, but rushing A is going to be difficult against if Pramo just have a
Yeah.
mouse in poor position to cover behind it. So this will be very tough, Pincer certainly, after losing one of their pretty much one of their most important tanks. If they're
Yeah.
for any rotations or DPM
I didn't
pushes.
really understand that position either because it has no turret. It's quite tall. It's alone. I guess they didn't expect Promo to push suddenly. Like those IS-4s were just unspotted, and
Yeah,
I
there's nobody
guess he
spotting them
just got
crossing.
caught. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was also a mistake. Like if you want to have a tank there, usually you'd like have a bat shot spotting the middle for crossing or something, whereas they had
Yeah.
nothing there. And Pincer 268 still isn't spotted,
Yeah.
and he is putting some shots in to be Walker here.
They're going for Promo in the
Yeah, Mo's there in the middle.
middle.
He is in a tricky position now,
Wait,
and
is
Pramo,
that Mo?
yeah, it is Mo.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
he is starting to lose a lot of HP, and I think Pincer are kind of bringing this back because Mo's making a big mistake here by kind of pushing in and
and
without
they
much support
they're
really.
not they're they're not getting shot for it. Like the IS-4 and the mouse that were
Yeah,
just peeking him didn't got shot by
it
the
seems like B
E4
Walker's
just
gonna cap.
camping behind. Yeah.
Yeah, B Walker's going for cap B, but I think AJ Gamer might be able to decap him because there's not much to really stop him from decapping. I mean, there's nobody behind him at B ramp where the three of them were at the start. Yeah, look at this. B Walker's like losing a lot of HP for that, and nobody's able to help him. It seems the 268 might
Yeah.
get shot, but like still on half HP, and B Walker
Oh,
just
and he
dies for it.
died for it.
Yeah,
Wow, it's curious. Wow, that they brought this back. Promo had such a big advantage, and they could have like capitalized on it. Oh,
yeah. Doug Edens is losing HP as well
mm,
now, and HP is still pretty much even right now, so it could go either way.
mm,
But good job to Pincer for bringing it back from the
mm.
early loss of the 50B. I'm interested to see what Pincer will try to do in the city here, whether they'll push the mouse. And it seems like they are trying to push towards him, but the E4 is putting in very good shots into that
Yeah. Oh,
Pincer
nice
mouse here.
clipping by the bet chat.
Yeah. Pramo have lost
Leo has
two
caught him
tanks.
now, though, and the bet
Yeah.
chat will support him.
Pramo's lost two tanks now, but they have HP advantage
And
once again.
yeah, and no one is able to help him, which is quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
Chips
And
at the same time is also alone.
yeah, but the Batchat can't do much to him, and the
Mm.
Leopard and the Batchat from Pramo are just going to help the clip on this guy if he doesn't get to run away. And now three tanks
Oh,
from Pincer are
nice
fighting.
push by Nike, making the mouse on Promo's team just miss a shot, which
Yeah,
might actually be huge if
yeah, he needs to get focused out now by JJ Raids, otherwise he'll survive.
yeah,
Batchat is coming to help now, and although Pincer have won, they're 3v2 on the other side. Pramo has just dominated Pincer's spawn
yeah,
here. And it seems like this will go for Pramo as well, as long as they can just focus down these ice fours.
yeah. Yeah, too much DPM, too much HP.
Yeah.
It was really
Interesting battle there.
yeah, how they still managed to brought it back being 6v7. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, Pincer was down a full HP tank without trading anything or in turn almost, and then suddenly they killed two tanks, but they did lose a lot of HP doing it in the
The
end.
the the whole way they could have prevented this if have like have someone spot in the bushes in their spawn like
Yeah.
behind B. Like you just spot all the IS-7s just crossing the IS-7 and the IS-4s. Even get a shot in if you're lucky.
Hmm. A lot of
Nice
damage
to
here.
Chicks in GG Raids. Wasn't he in a Twister team as well?
I believe some of them were, yeah.
GG Raids and
Yeah.
Lovely something? No.
Yeah, I think they were. AJ Gamer on the other team, on the other hand, doing 4k damage, quite a lot for his team. 50B only managed to put in, I think, one shot. Yeah, one
So is
plant.
this going to be a 4-0?
Hmm.
I have a
Do you think
feeling it
so?
is because if it's 3-0, it's really hard to bring it back. Like
that is true. Yeah, I think it depends though on how. I think
but
also if they win this, if Pincer win this game, it depends on how both teams are on Canyon. We haven't really seen neither of them play it, to be honest, because
yeah,
we seen that followed Dynasty much. But yeah, I think you could be right. If if it continues a similar trend that it has been, I think Pramo might just be able to edge us out. But on the other hand, it'd be interesting to see a comeback from Pincer here.
Death Star, 2 bet chats, 268, and Pincer is basically doing the same thing, I guess. Leo, bet chat. Yeah, I guess same thing.
Pincer does have an extra med this time. They're doing what Pramo did last time. Last time Pramo brought a leopard and a batchat, whereas Pincer's doing the exact same from the other spawn as well. And then they do have a mouse still in a 268 as they did before.
Mm.
Be interesting to see what Pramo does with the Death Star though, whether he'll be in a good position to farm damage or whether he'll just be covering one of the flanks or something to prevent Pincer from pushing.
Let's hope Pincer is able to pull this one back.
Yeah. They certainly have played quite well throughout this tournament. I mean,
Hope.
they were in the upper bracket, like coming in. Pramo had to face off an opponent yesterday to get into this match, so they are certainly a very skilled team. But right now, Pramo just seems to have the upper hand. Let's see if they can turn around. So it
So
looks like,
Pincer all going
yeah,
A and B between B and A. This might be a good move because the I7 and
Pramo
Betchat are not there. This
might be in trouble here.
move can be caught out now. The
He's
best
stuck
thing
in
they
that
can do
corner.
is just keep on pushing, in my opinion, even if there's a Death Star. Like,
Yeah, the Death Star might be able to get a shot in. If he does, it'd be worth it. But they know he's there. Look, they're just not peeking.
yeah,
They're there,
yeah, they know.
but they are still getting the A cap, and they'll have an
Oh,
advantage because
and
Pramo
the
are
Betchat.
very late.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Batcha
guess
did
what
lose
they
his
can
mate.
do is just run and push the mid or something that makes the Death Star not
Yeah.
totally useless, but if they're a bit smart, they can just.
Hmm.
Oh, and they're going into B, which he will get. Yeah, that's so not a good move.
Yeah, I think Pramo are going to get punished for this once again for
Yeah,
going into B. They do have more tanks to cover, like with JJ on the 268 there, but there's like 3 tanks or 2 tanks at least peeking in the middle,
yeah,
so it's very hard to actually effectively shoot them all. And yeah, they're just going to focus that Ice 4, and he's in trouble here.
yeah. B Walker is and the Death Star is just he moved up now, so they need to be a bit careful with what they're doing.
Oh, it looks like he's being blocked by Mo here though. He is trying
Yeah,
to push in and he could get some very good shots in the middle if he pens,
yeah.
but it is risky because if they decide to like push him after that with the Batchat flanking, it could end badly also for him. Batchat from Pramo still at C, not even trying to flank Pincer spawn. And the HP has evened out again, even though Pincer did have like a 2k HP advantage at the start.
Death Star still hasn't been spotted, so if someone is foolish enough, they will get nuked. Batchat and Leo are going for flank, hopefully trying to catch.
Yeah, they're gonna try catch the 268 and the
Catch.
Batchat here out from
Yeah.
Pramo.
Yeah, and catch she in the process. But the Batchat just the right timing, and he will spot them. Oh.
Yeah, that was some sixth sense from
Yeah.
Royal Fatness here. He very lucky to
Yeah.
spot them, but he is taking hits for it in return. But the 268 now knows they're there.
Yeah.
Interesting move
This
from JJ.
valuable information though, so.
Yeah, the 268 might get a big shot into the side of this Batchat
Yeah.
here. Will they do it? Oh no, he's going for the leopard.
No.
1k damage also. Almost there. That's very good damage from the 268. And now the
Yeah.
leopard is
And
in very big trouble. The Batchat's going to go in and clip him. Yeah,
yeah.
this looks like game over for the leopard here. Oh, 268 misses.
And the thing is, they can't push because 268 is there as well. He
Yeah.
needs to watch out though that he doesn't get circled. No, okay.
Yeah, he should be fine now. Now he's chasing the batch out with Mo coming in to help him as well. However,
Now they need to capitalize on this though, on all
yeah,
the guys in the middle. Just go in.
yeah, Pincer
Even
just doing
take
a massive
this.
push.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they needed to do because yeah.
There's nothing really to stop them. There's just a couple of
Is
heavy
this
tanks.
too late though? That's the question because now they will have a 268 and 2 Betchets and
Yeah,
clipping
they
on
still have
them.
the HP advantage,
Yeah.
but they don't have the
Well,
numbers
Death Star can
advantage.
make quick work of that if he actually hits his shot.
Oh, he
Okay.
just got focused out very fast.
Yeah.
Pramo
Yeah,
still
he
have the
missed
tank
he
advantage,
missed
but
his shots.
yeah, Pramo with a big tank advantage now because it's 4v2, but they are still less on HP, so could go either way actually. They could double tap this 268, but nah, it does seem like Pramo are in
Yeah.
superior positions and they've been gotten
Too
completely
many
encircled.
different positions to look at.
Yeah, the 268 is just gonna get killed, and yeah,
Yeah.
this seems like it's going for Pramo for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So Promo won the I
Yeah,
forgot how the tournament is called.
lost then. The
Spring
professional
season,
tournament in NA.
professional spring
Yes.
season.
hmm
Yes.
Yeah, good job to Pramo. That was a very clean game from them. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, some very tight games there, and Pincer did put up a very good fight. But I think in the end, just Pramo in the end game, Pramo just had the
Yeah,
rotations. Yeah,
individual skill and I don't know. What it felt like is one side collapsed and the other side they were winning. Like they had more tanks and stuff, but
Mhm.
they didn't push in quick enough in most cases. Like they didn't fully commit, and
Yeah,
then what you get is it takes too long,
yeah. And it seemed like
and
Pramo was able
then
to farm them
and
down
then
as well.
yeah,
Every
yeah,
time they
and
pushed
then
something,
yeah.
they just lost so much HP.
But again, really nice fights and close. Even though it was 4-0, it doesn't really reflect how Pincer played, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the first game Pincer could have easily won if they just pushed a little bit earlier, or if the fights happened just a bit earlier, because they just lost on cap, they would have won otherwise. And then the next two games were quite close also. This last game, still pretty close. Like Pincer still did have more HP, almost up until the end when they got encircled by four tanks.
Yeah. No, it was totally worth staying up for at 3 a.m.
Yeah, you don't get this often to see two of the best clans play. I mean, we only have a couple of these tournaments a year, so it's always
Yeah.
interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, so hopefully there will be a tournament soon again so we can test our skills.
So,
Okay.
thank you all for joining us today. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, and hopefully our commentary wasn't too bad. Had some great games here today, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you.
Yeah. Good night.